Video is going to be about the idiocy of COPPA and youtubekids.com. In order to go to YouTube Kids and watch kid-friendly content, you A, just go to the website and easily watch stuff. It just doesn't show you anything that could be even a little bit offensive and is completely safe for children. Or B, a convoluted process you have to set up as a parent that makes it more effort than a parent would want to go through. And then the kid has to have their own sign-on. And then it has to have all of the other crap that you know Google and YouTube are going to stick in here, including targeted ads, where you sign away the COPPA restrictions. Or B, you just go to YouTube, which means that all that would have to happen is a kid would type in YouTube and not put the word kids on the end. And then they could come here and watch any content, including a pit maneuver, shootings, who knows what else, that aren't yet restricted away from kids. If you make a safe haven harder to use, as in YouTube Kids, and you make the unsafe haven obnoxiously easy to get to, without any restriction on it, where it has obvious content that would cause a person to be able to hit buttons. This one literally says PG. So we're going to try something here really simple. I'm going to type in shotgun, and I'm going to type in, again in this video, shotgun accident. We are not signed in. This is in a anonymized image video thing. Horrific accident. A Sandpoint family survives a tragedy. 4 News. Shotgun accident. Probably a video where someone's emulating it. Now watch as I hover over it thusly, and this 25-second video will play in its entirety. And we see what happens. Now, hopefully it's an accident of shooting the camera, right? By the way, literally breaking every rule possible. It is an airsoft or a paintball gun or something like that, but still. Yes, it was CG. Okay. And it had gore at the end. Here's one that's not funny. This is a video of a child actually shooting a grown-up by accident while being trained. She accidentally shot her trainer. This is a video showing Kentucky Ballistics channel with the thumbnail of him nearly losing his life with a gun going off. And finally, a sympathetic squeeze leads to a terrible accident in Ohio. We had to go down this far to find one that's restricted because it shows blood and gore. And if you're not aware of it, I've seen this video, this one here with the 9-year-old girl accidentally killing someone on Fox 10 Phoenix. They tried censoring it out, but if you're not aware of it, the interframe images, if you back and forward, actually show the impact. And they've never taken it down. This was up 8 years ago, and they still haven't taken down that video. And it was uploaded not as a short, but as a video. Or you can send your kids to YouTube Kids, puts them in a walled garden environment, and they're supposed to be under lock and key, and a parent is supposed to set it up. Now I'm going to hit this, and I hit this next, and then I have to type in my age, and no kid could ever do that. Or a kid could be even uber clever, the hacker maneuver, of just going to youtube.com by removing the word kids. You can watch the Darwin Awards here. Unless it's got that blurring out effect like that, it's not censored and it's not set for restrictions. This is another shooting where the guy actually shot himself in the leg. That is, wow. This is a cyclist that was hit with birdshot by a teen. Versus hoops to go through. So I'm going to type in 1968, hit enter, and the first thing it wants to do is show me a video, an indoctrination video. And I can skip here. Can I skip forward? Nope, can't skip forward. So this makes it to where if a kid wants to just go to YouTube Kids and have content that's been, curated and verified as being kid-friendly so that they'll never run into, seeing that, a hoop has to be jumped through. You're making it harder to find content that's kid-friendly. Meanwhile, on this website, the one that is just the same website except with the word kids removed, they can see everything without any difficulty. There is nothing restricting this. Nothing. This is a shotgun accident. Let's see if it plays it back. It doesn't even require a sign-in. And yes, this is one where the person looks down the barrel. I'll move my cursor off of it in a second. Or he shoots something and it bounces back. Yeah, and then he does that. He doesn't actually shoot himself, but it's pretty close. YouTube is an uncensored environment, not kid-friendly from the get-go. And as long as you don't sign in, there's no restriction. Meanwhile, over here, to get to a place where you wouldn't need restrictions because it's supposed to only have content that's kid-friendly, you have to go through a sign-in process, and it makes it one more leap over a bunch of hurdles. YouTube Kids is not the way to do this. What you do is you set up a website that's just like YouTube that doesn't have anything that could offend anybody or be frightening or anything and would not require any kind of sign-in. That means that you would effectively have just YouTube be completely censored and have a YouTube grown-ups category. Instead of YouTube Kids, it could be YouTube 18plus.com, something like that, so that we could go there and look at all the stuff that we'd need to sign in with. Because again, if I want to see something here, unless it's like something very severe, there's no restrictions on anything. Heck, the thumbnails that are visible when you type this in probably could get my video flagged. And again, I'm criticizing YouTube for doing exactly the opposite of what they need to do to protect children. If you believe that seeing this stuff will harm children, which a lot of you believe and there is some argument for, then you should do it effectively and correctly. And again, if we hover over the short, does it start playing the video? And the answer is yes. And yes, there are 2 frames in it that show the actual incident where that man died. It's not censored, even though it says it is. Because it's left over because YouTube's compression algorithm brought the files back up and brought out the censored sections. There's like 18 copies of it I found that had that frame problem. And yeah, I complained about it to YouTube. If you're going to censor something, do it right. But I know the Fox 10 Phoenix one also definitively did not censor it correctly. At least at the time I looked at it 4 years ago. So again, YouTube Kids is just code words for censorship and lack of communication, and them refusing to do what's necessary. If you want to make a kid-friendly version of YouTube, make it really easy to go to, and don't make it restricted to where I as a grown-up have to go through hoops in order to even visit it. I would love to set up a YouTube Kids account myself that would let me see what content's there. I'm actually kind of terrified of what I'm going to find. Because, as you already know, a bunch of stuff that's kid-oriented keeps getting through the cracks that contains horrifying stuff. Elsagate. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. Again, anytime you try to censor things, you should do it correctly. And again, the easiest way to censor the bad stuff is to uncensor the good stuff.